I don't know if you guys saw this. You may not have, because mainstream media did not cover it. That little icon up there is Al Jazeera, only alternative or foreign press did. We need to talk about the facts of what happened at this protest, including the attacks on Jews, because our mainstream media and politicians can't stop, won't stop lying about it. Let me give you some quick context for this. So this is a group of men, a mob of men, chasing this woman, this pro-Palestine protester, down the street. The reason why they're in Crown Heights, this was in Crown Heights, was because genocidal war criminal and convicted terrorist Ben Gvir was there giving a speech. Now, the story you heard from the mainstream media and our trash politicians was that a bunch of Palestinian protesters who were just anti-Semitic went to this synagogue to harass Jewish people, which of course is a totally made-up lie, and as per usual, every accusation is a confession, because the pro-Palestinian protesters were not there harassing Jewish people. They were protesting this genocidal convicted terrorist wanted war criminal, Ben Gvir, which if we had any justice in this world, he would have been promptly arrested the second he stepped foot here. Internationally wanted war criminal, who is there to talk about how they're going to take more land from the Middle East so that they could create Greater Israel and destroy the mosque and build a temple over it, which is also genocide. I promise you, you do not hate our media enough. You do not hate Western media enough. You do not disdain our politicians enough, because after this happened, for days, they have been screeching, saying, oh, this was just an anti-Semitic protest against Jewish people at a temple, which is totally fucking inverted from what actually fucking happened. This woman was chased down by this mob as they heard threats at her, okay? A guy called her a waste of sin, a man who was harassing her. Watch the video camera footage from her POV. And don't get fucking on me, any of you censors. This is the news.
Is that you? You want someone to bend you over and fucking rape the door to the Jews in fucking Palestine? I'm trying to think of anyone insane.
That video that I just showed you was from her POV, from her camera. How terrifying. How terrifying. All those men, that mob of men flipping her off, screaming obscenities and vile sexual slurs at her. Like, oh, this is why they always accuse Palestinian men of being barbarians who want to essay women, because that's what they want to do. That's what they think. And this is just the latest example of it. Entire fucking mob of men chasing this woman. So they were chanting F Palestine and death to Arabs. Where are you, mainstream media? You had nothing to say about this? Seems kind of newsworthy. I also like how they just give the game away. There's one cop, one, for that insane mob of violent fucking men. There's like 100 of them. But God forbid you set up a tent peacefully at a campus and then there'll be 300 riot cops ready to crack your head. And that's not all. There was a Jewish woman at the protest who has an Israeli passport. They beat the shit out of her too, because incidentally, they don't actually care about Jewish people. They threw eggs, urine, and bricks at the protesters. They threw a brick at that Jewish woman's face. And if you need any more evidence that they don't actually give a single fuck about Jewish people or their safety, here's also them assaulting an anti-Zionist Orthodox Jew. What happened to Jewish safety? Yeah, the last part of that video was them chasing down another anti-Zionist Jewish man, spitting in his face and breaking his phone. Where are you guys? Where are all you guys who care so much about anti-Semitism? I can't hear you. And you really should ask yourself, if you're someone that trusts mainstream media at all, or any legacy Western media, or Western media at all, why it is that you can't find the truth about this story unless you go to an indie outlet or a foreign outlet. They're absolutely detestable. They lie and they lie and they lie and they invert the truth. They don't report any of this. And then they turn around and lie and say that it was just an anti-Semitic protest. Despicable people. All of the news outlets. Where are you, CNN, Washington Post, New York Times, The Rag, the New York Post? Where you guys be? And don't forget about our trash politicians that promptly came out and lied about this. They all had their APAC script. They immediately put out statements lying about it. Anytime you see a story like this, I implore you guys to go seek out other sources. Because 9 times out of 10, the Western or mainstream media that is reporting on it is either straight up lying or they are massively misrepresenting it.